Comfortable seats.
Home.
I'm getting hugged right now. I feel so secure.
That warm embrace. Less vulnerable this week.
Boys, first week back from Vegas.
Oh, lad.
For you guys, LA as well.
Oh, we'll talk about that.
Who won? Did Vegas beat us? Or did we conquer Vegas?
Vegas is like father time. It's undefeated.
Vegas ate me.
Whoa.
Pause. Absolutely destroyed me, and I'm so glad to be sitting back in this chair.
Nah, it did chew us up and spit us
It
out.
did,
We
man.
crawled our way back home, but that's the way you do Vegas.
And
That's
didn't
how
we
you
do
do
a
it.
thing or two over there,
we
boys?
did too. We did too.
Let's reminisce together. Let's reminisce together on this show. Let's get into it.
Come
What
on
a
now.
trip.
Play on.
Round 2.
My mate to the left here. One heck of a career you've had, man.
To be able to be in this space, announce my retirement.
LeBron James, a shot at history.
And the Panthers have done it again. 4 premierships in a row.
A black wave pouring through Paris 2024. Back to black. New Zealand champions.
Freeman hits the ball to right field. She is gone!
6 of the best from Auckland FC.
We need a halfback.
I'm not playing.
Play on.
That's my favorite. I'm not playing. I'm in, baby. I'm in. Oh, yeah, it is good to be home. We are back for season 2. First time we've done it at home, though, for Play On. Shout out to Betcha. Shout out to Grab a Seat. Shout out to YOUKNOWMEDIA, always for bringing us another season and another show. Lads, we're back. We're back home. Sorry, I just noticed. Got to put my Lakers
here we
bomber
go.
on. Excuse me.
Here we go.
Here we go. I hope you don't have video to this clip. Just listening, because you don't need to see what Brooke's putting on. Nah, you do, because me and my boy, we got treated to an experience of a lifetime.
Oh, that's better. Oh,
Actually, I'm looking forward to this because one of the biggest parts of us not being back for a Tuesday show was you gentlemen deciding to extend your stay.
Just
rightfully so. Rightfully so. There's no hate going on there. But you went and you saw LeBron James,
The
Luka
great one.
Doncic, and you got to hang out in basketball heaven.
Brooke, do you want to take charge on this? Do you want to take charge on this chat?
we talk about it now. We can talk about it a little bit later.
Start us off now, then we'll finish it off later.
Ooh.
Basketball heaven's a great way to put it because we watch the basketball god. We watch, as I said, to us slightly earlier. You don't watch LeBron James, you experience LeBron James. It was, it was everything we could have asked for and more. But the jeopardy is, actually, I'll leave that part to a little bit later.
Yeah, that's all you need to say on that.
I'll leave that part to a little bit later. There was some worry in the air though. There's a couple. Me and Shaun looked at each other a few times and go, whew, did we make the right call here? But I'm glad that I can sit here and go, yeah, we made the right call.
Tell me how you made the flight, Brooke. Like, you guys, I mean, it was a dusty.
Oh, hold on, Marc.
dusty-
Let me tell you about the flight. Great question. So, you're right. We just put in a monster week in Vegas. We had a huge week. We're absolutely exhausted.
Yeah, and all of that stuff that you can see in our vlog. We're going to be releasing a vlog.
Why do
7
I
o'clock
feel like
tonight.
this is
Yeah.
going somewhere?
You would only feel that way if you felt like
What are
something
we-
could happen.
What are we, 3 minutes in and I already feel like I'm getting attacked?
So, we
Here we go. Far out.
do Vegas. That's a monster. Then we do LA. That's a different animal. So we're exhausted. We're out on our feet. Shaun and I are like, just get us home. So we get to the airport. We go through LAX, which for the first time ever was actually it was a breeze to get through.
It was?
We're just hanging out there. We're lucky enough, we showered up, Marc. So I'm feeling pretty good going into the flight.
Fresh.
But maybe 2 days earlier, Shaun and I, we caught up and we go, hey, can we, any chance we can upgrade, And because we left it so late, it's not Grab a Seat's fault. We left it so late. They're like, sorry guys, can't upgrade. Flights, it's full. Okay, fair enough.
flight.
Full flight, these things happen. So we go to board, and I board first. Pass the lady my boarding pass. Beep. Enjoy your flight, Mr. Ruscoe. I will, thank you so much. Shaun's right behind me. Nyeh. Well, that can't be good. Mr. Johnson, please, just as you can see, there's a counter over there. Please go see the counter. Now I know what's happening, Marc.
You know?
I've read this playbook before, but I also know what I would do if I was down and out. I had talked about this with my brother. We spent so much time together. We had changed our seats so we could kind of be close to each other on the flight home. I know exactly what I would do. Shaun, on the other hand, about 45 minutes into the flight, decides to come down.
Oh,
And
hang on a sec. You've lost me there because that's not my way. If we're traveling with boys like you and there's a possible upgrade acceptable, if there's not two,
Man,
you know
what were we saying on that trip? One band, one sound?
that's what.
Oh, we had two sounds going.
Wow.
Marc. Yeah.
So he takes the upgrade.
Has the upgrade.
He turns left at the plane doors.
Extends those legs out ever so slightly.
You turn right.
Has a hot towel, I bet.
40 minutes into the flight.
40 to 45 minutes into the flight. Has the nerve to come down the back and tell me all the luxuries that they have at the front. And two people that were on standby just happen to be jammed up next to me now and has the nerve to bring that up. Oh, that sucks. Oh, whew, it's good up the front there. Oi, guess what we're having? Guess what we're going to eat? Marc, when I was ropeable.
May I enter the chat?
If, in fact, you're going to use a Frank
Okay.
Energy moment, no.
I just want to say this. There's a couple of ways I can go about this. Yeah, no, I got it. I know what way I'm going to go. I know what I'm going to go about, right? Firstly, there's levels to this, Matua. All right? There's levels to this. And if you get presented the opportunity to throw the feet up for the next 12 hours, I don't care who you are. I don't care how long we've been together.
You made that loud and clear.
There is levels to this, right? So
Can I
I'm going
ask?
to make the most of that opportunity every day of the week.
Very quickly.
Yes.
13-hour flight on the way back.
It
just
was.
FYI.
13 plus some change, but whatever.
Yeah, so a bit longer for Brook to be crumped up to next to people who had just been emergently flown into the flight. And secondly, does this exist solely for friendships? Or is if whānau were involved here, Shaun,
He would
Are you
leave
tuning
Kayla.
in?
Let me
Nah,
let
look,
me
if
say-
it was Kayla, Kayla's probably the only one I wouldn't leave.
Yeah. See?
Everyone else, catch you later, my friend. As you were, get down to the back of the plane.
on the
And
chopping block.
I
I'd
will
tell
also
you
say
what.
this for our listener who's feeling a little bit judgy while they listen, is going, "Oh my God, Shaun, how could you do that
wouldn't
to
have left
poor
my
old
friend.
Brook?" Do not act like you wouldn't have done the same thing.
We'll
All
never
right.
know. Hey,
Nah, you
we'll
would.
never know.
You would.
Well, I know what I would have done, and we'll never know.
All right, once you taste that first class, it's hard to go anywhere else, baby.
You failed the friendship test, bro, and I'm disgusted in you.
All right, let's get into the show. Gentlemen, we had, of course, week number 1 in the books. And if you don't remember, or you didn't see the first show, we do a thing called Betcha Matchups, and we try and win a week. Now, Brook, I'd like you to stand as one. Congratulations, our week 1 winner. You won the Betcha.
Yeah, well done, my bro.
Yeah.
Nah,
So, Brook,
Look, I
you
didn't win the flight, but I won where it mattered.
Shaun took the Warriors, and the Raiders won, which gave Brook a 1-0 win.
Yep.
Brook took the Lakers to win against the Clippers, and, well, we know what happened there. And that makes you, Brook, 2-0 up. Shaun, you took Auckland FC, and they drew with Adelaide United,
what?
so that's
Come
a
on
push.
now.
That was a big game,
That's
too.
a really big game. And Brook, you took the Hurricanes, which gifted Shaun his first point. That was
I don't like gifted, but we'll
that
tell you what you
was
said.
served on a platter, thank you.
But as you said, Shaun, in last week's matchups, that the one game that would decide not only that game,
Yes.
but this here,
The outcome.
week 1's outcome, you were right. You decided to back the Sharks in an upset, and the Panthers took it, and therefore Brook takes out week 1, 3-1.
You deserve to lose when you do that as well.
No.
Just in my humble opinion, when are we going to learn?
When are we going to learn?
It's the
Look,
Panthers that we cannot doubt.
stop trying to act like it was not a close game. I'm happy with that pick. I'm not just a favourite backer, I'm a chance taker. All right? That's what I do in life, and I'm going to continue to do it. And Brook's standing there, he's sitting there all confident, he's got a bit of swag about him, all right, feeling himself in that
That
jacket.
was an educated. You went with educated. Don't do that.
I know that his butthole was pulsing. All right, as the Sharky started to come back in that game. Everything he'd set up until that point, he was just going, oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord.
Nah, you would have thought so, but I knew Nathan Cleary was my 7.
Yeah, like, well done the Panthers,
Pulling
man.
the
They just
strings,
keep
mate.
proving themselves, bro.
He is a
Damn.
maestro, that man.
But this is another week. So let's get into this week's Betcha matchups. And here we have it. Gentlemen, we need to do the scissors, paper, rock to see who gets to go first, who takes out the first pick. This week, there's plenty of selection, including rugby. There's a large horse race that's going on, UFC, and some NBA.
Okay, let's do it, eh?
All right.
Straight into it.
Some scissors, paper, rock.
Yeah. Yes, come on, baby.
It hadn't happened before.
Mr. Johnson.
Come on. Who we got first there?
So matchup number 1 in the NRL. It is the Tigers taking on the Knights. That's a big game on Friday night, 8 p.m. Jerome Luai taking on Kalen Ponga. Jerome's new team, the Tigers. So who are you ticking?
Man, I am torn here, but I did see this beautiful clip actually doing the rounds on socials.
Yeah, that was dope.
And that's actually enough to sway me here. A young fella got the nod from Benji, shared a bit of a story about his background and why he came back to rugby league. And the reason why he came back was to pretty much show his kids, hopefully one day, that you don't have to be gifted with it all, and that a bit of hard work can take you places. So I'm going to go the Tigers.
Yeah, it's a cool story, man.
Yeah, it's a real cool story, real touchy story.
He's 27 years old, gets his debut.
Getting his debut this week, and then you throw on top of that the debutants, all the hype around Luai. We know, now we just spoke about Cleary. Well, we know Luai's a born winner.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm excited. I'm excited for Benji. I'm excited for Luai. I'm excited just to see, you know, obviously how 2025 unfolds. So why not back him for the first game?
One of the interesting things you were talking about with the Panthers as well, when depth and how much they relied on Luai when Nathan Cleary got injured last season. That's one of the big missing portions. But how does a player like him lift a team like the Tigers? And the Tigers have been down for a bit.
Yeah, it's aura, it's the environment you've been in, the way you carry yourself. He's not afraid to talk, and he's done it his whole career. He's backed it up and walked it, you know. So I think when you get someone with that little bit of swag, that little bit of like, no, that's all I do. We win. I win. I reckon that enough alone.
Confidence.
Yeah, is just enough just to rub off on your teammate's shoulders.
Fill the room. Wants to smoke.
Let's go. Up the Tigers.
I actually think that's the perfect answer too. I completely agree with you. But I mean, it's hard to go past KP though, isn't it? You know, he won Dally M. He's going to win this weekend too.
I see what you did there.
No, but yeah, I agree with you. This one's kind of hard to decide. I also think that the halves for Newcastle are going to be interesting this year. They changed their halves like you changed your undies last year. So if they can get a solid half pairing, you've got Kalen Ponga at the back. You can do a whole bunch. You've got big forwards. Thompson's back there. But I'm the same with Shaun. Like, it's half in this one.
Yeah,
six in this,
can
half
I
a
come
dozen
out
in
and say
the
it right now? I think that pick might be the pick that splits it this week.
Oh.
Yeah?
But can I say with my heart, though, I'm hopeful for the Tigers this year too?
Yeah.
Yeah, like
you just want to see him do well, eh?
Yeah, Benji at the helm.
Yeah.
Jerome Luai there asking for the smoke.
More likely to make the 8 out of those two teams.
Oh,
I mean, the Tigers are looking like they're going to do well in the 16 this year, so that's good.
yeah, it's hard
We
to
all
say.
hope
Like,
so,
Knights
yeah.
have been there or thereabouts, eh? So I'd say
Yeah.
more likely to make the 8. Yeah.
Yeah.
Newcastle. What's pick 2? What's match 2?
All right, matchup number 2, and this goes to you, Brook. You get to decide Moana Pacifica versus the Hurricanes, and what can only be described as a man who has to rip his heart out because it's the first time Ardie Savia, Captain Fantastic, will take on his ex-team, his former team, the Wellington Hurricanes.
Yes. I'm so glad you're making this, bro.
I'm going to do it.
Oh, Wellington, you're on notice.
Oh my God, you're about to go over for one man over a city.
Your city?
I remember I once had a chat with Ardie, and he said, always love the players. And when I think Hurricanes, I think Ardie Savia.
See, this is scary.
This is
different.
This is exactly what NZST didn't want.
He might not be wearing black and yellow this week, but he is still, to me, a Hurricane at heart. And there's a few, there's Tana, there's Christian Cullen. I put Ardie in that same sort of, pedigree. So I'm going to lock in Moana this week.
Whoa!
And for the first time ever, go against my Hurricanes
That is crazy.
with Ardie in my heart.
He can't even. He can't take that back.
You
That's
can
out there
never
now.
take that back, Brooke.
What? You
can
chose an
never take that back.
individual over a city.
Your
No,
city.
that individual is the city, baby.
Oh.
Shout out to Ardie. And hold on, let's not actually. Hold on, let me sit back up.
Honestly, like I want to
This is
apologize to all the Hurricanes greats
You guys,
that have played. Yeah, you aren't validated in this moment.
No.
All right. Apparently,
this
it's
isn't
only
actually
one
on
person.
me.
Man's
It
is
actually
bigger
isn't on me.
city.
Hurricanes should have done better. And I'm not talking about the players. Organizations should have done better to keep Ardie Savia because he has said that he did want to play there. And so
Stop deflecting.
I need to stand back up and say it with my chest.
Yeah. Stop
I'm going with
deflecting
Moana
now.
Pacifica.
Okay.
Wow, 7:05 on Saturday, and it's actually at North Harbour Stadium. That means,
I'll be there.
That means Hurricanes are yours, Shaun.
Hurricanes mine. What was the area code? Is it 04?
04, baby.
04, baby. What's up? It's your boy SJ.
Then you.
Today,
Hey,
no more,
son of
baby.
Porirua.
Don't worry, oi.
Wellington
Porirua's
till we
finest. Upper hut, lower hut. I hear you all. All right. Yeah, Wellington City, the cake tin, baby.
Look, I
Is
know.
Mishmosh still there?
Yeah, Mishmosh still
Yeah,
bumping, bro.
now that place a vibe. All right, now, Hurricanes all day. Let's go. You've got this. I'll take them till the... Oi, I'll back them. I'll back them through and through. If you're not playing the Blues, I'm with you from this point forward. Let's go.
Oh, man, shout out to... Artie still pays his mortgage in Wellington. I know that much, so...
All right, let's go to matchup number 3.
2-0 already.
This is an interesting one. It's the Kiwi slot race. Now, this is the biggest race on the Kiwi horse racing calendar. 3.5 million goes to the winner. And I tell you what, we could either pick favourite in the field or favourite to win it, or the field.
Okay.
Now, we only will know the favourite, obviously, just before the race, who's going to be favourite. So, for you, Shaun, your pick is, does the favourite win it, or does somewhere else in the field win it?
Yeah, I like that,
Well,
Mark.
I like
Come on,
that.
risk
I
taker.
like that. Yeah, come on. I just told myself, hey, I'm no favourite backer.
Ooh.
I'm a risk taker. So you know what I'm doing? I'm going for the field, baby.
Yeah, baby.
picking the
Scared
field.
money
I'm
don't make
backing
money.
the field, baby.
So this
I'd
is
rather them
Ellerslie.
odds. Give me them odds.
This is on Saturday at Ellerslie Racecourse in Auckland, and I'm not a horse racing person. Like I don't understand the horse racing, and I'd love to know more about it. But I do know that there's a lot of excitement around this. This is something that is injecting a whole heap of cash. And from what I understand, and Shaun, you were the face of this advertising.
Yeah,
when
so
I
that's
saw it on
crazy.
TV. So I'm going to ask you this question. So do the the stables themselves, they buy a slot in the race and then they can enter whatever horse they have so long as it's under 3 years old or something like that?
Yeah, that sounds about right. But T's and C's, I clearly didn't know that ad I was doing was for this race.
Really?
No, I didn't know.
I just saw you on TV. I was like, oh, Shaun. And then I was like, oh, there we go.
I said, hi, Laura. That was my only line. I said, is there anything else? I'm kind of loving this acting stuff at the moment, so I was
Yeah.
sort of asking for a bit more. They said, nah, just sit there, mate. I was like, all right, sweet.
Man, I hope you got paid because 3.5 million's
I
on the table.
know, clearly not enough.
This will be the richest, and apparently it's going up and up and up, the prize tag, when once the race starts to
Yeah.
evolve even more. So
In this climate, can I ask, how do you have 3.5 million? I know we don't have the answer now.
I do. It's because the breeders have paid for a slot in the race, and that part of that fee goes towards the winning ticket.
Oh, they paid to be
Yeah,
there.
so it costs a lot to enter the
Yep.
race, and
And-
only a few can buy those slots.
Risk it all.
Yeah,
And so you do risk it if your horse scratches, you just lose out on that
Honest.
money.
That money's gone, bro.
yeah.
Damn.
So, wait, Brooke, are you happy with the favourite then? You would have gone the favourite backer, as you do. Come on now.
I actually think you're being the mouse going with the other 13 options. You've gone 13 to 1.
For the first time in ever.
You've built this up like you've done something special here.
For the first time ever, you're a mouse for not picking the favourite. Okay. Okay.
All right.
He's just standing over here on a hill like he's the man. He's got 13 chances to
Come
win.
on now.
Now this next one is special because we've seen a little bit of the build up in this. This is going to the UFC.
Oh, come here. Hey,
And
Mike, it's fun.
Brook is the person who gets to pick this fight between it's the light heavyweight, 12-2 Alex Pereira
Yep.
taking on the 21-1. Now please forgive me, I'm terrible with names. Mohamed Akhmalev. Is that how I say it?
Nah.
How do I say
It's
it?
not.
I can try again.
No, I don't reckon I try again.
Actually, I don't know, but it doesn't sound like I've heard that name before. Mantua.
Ankalaev?
Ankalaev or something?
There
Yeah,
you go.
something like that.
Ankalaev.
Yeah.
Ankalaev. So
But I got the pick though, right?
Go on then.
Shama.
Yeah, you.
Shama. I mean, Alex Pereira is Powhatan. How are you going to go against it? Power should be illegal. He has an ice-cold mentality. He hit the Matrix in his last fight. He has elite striking. Momentum is a scary thing. We talked about this last time. I mean, it's hard to go past him. We were lucky enough, and Shaun, you can kind of touch on Ankalaev. We were lucky enough to be at the PI, the UFC PI,
Better not be talking about my guy now.
at the same time. And he is a big, scary dude. But, I mean, this is Powhatan we're talking about now.
Yeah, it's hard for me to back Chummer. All right, I've
Shama.
Chummer,
Shama.
Chummer. But bro, seeing Ankalaev in the flesh, Lord, if he don't win, the world's gonna go to shit. I mean, like it's goners, bro. Like he is an absolute specimen.
His legs are like tree trunks.
I can't explain what it's like. You're walking through this UFC gym, there's training happening on these training pads, and you're seeing someone who's about to take part in a title fight. Like this dude was ruining his training partners. Like,
And
throwing
can
them
I just
around.
say, this is happening through Ramadan as well.
Yep.
All right, so he has got every excuse under the sun, but we ain't hearing none of it.
Ankalaev.
We ain't hearing none of it. And I will say this, like, I don't know, we didn't see him train or anything, but I've got a feeling he's going to take him down, choke him out. All right,
Yeah.
that's a victory method.
He was on those, I don't know what they have, but those bags that they hit, and you could just feel that bag once it got off. It was like, oh, thank you, Jesus.
He's just pounding it, like punch, punch, non-stop.
Do you know what's actually disrespectful, though? We have a guy who was about to fight for the light heavyweight title against Alex Pereira, and in the main ring at the UFC, you have us 3 idiots trying to grab socks off each other. And I actually went, this is disrespectful.
Yeah, so for those of you that haven't
crazy.
seen that, go watch it. TMS, the morning shift. They're over there pulling socks off each other, giving themselves carpet burn. I literally couldn't stand to watch it. The
Huffing and
disrespect.
puffing. It was disrespect. I apologize.
While Akalaev was over in the back there, sanctioned off doing his work, going about his business. So come on, baby, let's go.
All right,
Shama.
final matchup for this week, and could this be the big decider? We're heading to the NBA, and we're going to ask the question. Well, the bet is on you, Shaun. Dallas Mavericks to drop out of the play-in position, which is obviously the 10th in the West, over the next 3 games. So there are 3 games. So what are the Bucks who would have been playing? They would have just been through Grizzlies in Dallas. Then on Tuesday, we will see the Mavs taking on the Spurs. They do have that Monday one against the Suns too. So now, here's how it's going to work. At the moment, they're 2 games ahead of the Suns. They get to play the Suns in that little period, and by Tuesday, we'll know whether or not they've managed to do enough. The reason why we asked this, of course, Anthony Davis, currently out injured, and then they've recently lost Kyrie Irving.
Kyrie.
I like this, actually.
Do they keep that 10th spot in the play-in position?
So you're saying they've got 2 games on the Suns right now, and they're going to play 3 games?
They're playing 3 games, and one of them is against the
So I
Suns.
think,
So it's
okay,
almost
let me
4
break
games.
this down quickly. I think the Suns get their game.
Suns are useless.
That's
I've got
one.
them in fantasy.
Yeah, I watched
Kevin
them
Durant.
yesterday. They
came
I
back
think they
yesterday.
turned the table yesterday. They came back. They were gritty yesterday. And when Brook and KD get going, bro, they got it, bro.
They were down 20. You're right.
I'm gonna go.
And the Grizz and the Spurs are the other 2 teams.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. Suns are gonna get it. Suns are gonna leapfrog them by the time we review this.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
So Dallas will fall out of the play-in position.
Brooke, any thoughts?
Yeah, that's fair enough. I don't know why he took so long, honestly. Like, Dallas Mavericks, we're almost playing for them. They've got no one in there.
Jeez, I hope you don't win this pick now after saying that. Well, I don't know why he took so. This better be a shoe, and then I better win this pick. Otherwise, we're clipping that. And this guy couldn't even back his own pick.
You're just sitting there. They don't have Blake Lively. They don't have Daniel Gafford. They don't have Anthony Davis. They don't have Kyrie Irving. They just lost Luka Doncic. At this point, Klay Thompson, who I haven't seen dribble the ball more than 5 times in the last 4 years, is going to be their point guard.
Spencer Dinwiddie, bro.
What's
Come on now.
Bring back Spencer.
Oh, my bad.
That's Christie. Come on now.
Sorry, my bad. Yes. Stop it with all these big names you're throwing at me. Oh, whoops.
Right.
Yeah, no, I'd be surprised if they don't lose all 3 of those games. They could beat. Actually, no, they ain't winning. They ain't winning.
All
I'm
right.
going to go 0-3.
Okay, well, just between us, I am sitting here feeling very confident about this week now.
All right,
Last
let's
week
run
I
through
was
the week.
so on the edge. Run us over that.
Run through the week. So matchup number 1 happens on Friday night, 8 p.m. Tigers taking on the Knights. Who won that pick? What'd they take?
Shawnee went West Tigers. I was supposed to go to Chris Stapleton, but I actually might stay at home and watch this now.
That's good. Matchup number 2, Moana Pacifica taking on the Hurricanes. Brooke, that was your choice.
Brooke went
and
against
you
the City.
Literally
Beauty.
went against all of Wellington. The Kiwi slot race, which is coming up on Saturday out of Ellerslie in Auckland. Shaun has decided to take the field.
Yeah,
over
real
whoever
risk
the favourite
taker
is.
over here,
Yep.
the old Shaun Johnson.
Yep.
In the UFC, that happens on Sunday. I believe the fight itself will be sometime after 4 p.m., but that's when that
Yeah, probably
begins here.
start at 4.
Come on,
the
Clive.
card
Come
will
on,
probably
baby.
start at 4.
And what have we got? We've got Brooke, who took Pereira.
Yep.
And finally, in matchup number 5, it's going to take till next Tuesday to come in, but we want to know if the Dallas Mavericks are going to stay in that play-in position at number 10 in the West. And Shaun, your pick is that they slide out of the top 10.
Yes, sir.
Awesome. All right. We'll review this on Tuesday. See who wins week
I'm
number
happy
2.
with my fan.
Play on in partnership with BNZ. Play on.
Yes, boys. Okay. Firstly, Brooke and I had a little sabbatical and went to LA. All right. So what we're currently about to get into, you would probably expect to feel on our first show of the week.
Yeah.
Now that we're going to 2 shows a week. So we kind of apologize, but we don't for that. All right. But all we're doing right now is I want to know, can we talk, lads? Can we talk about
For a minute.
a few of the things that we are starting to hear post Warriors round 1 loss
Chitter chatter.
in Las Vegas? Okay, because I don't know about you boys, but I'm already hearing some things that are making me scratch my head. Yeah. You guys heard much?
100%. You lose to the Raiders 30 points to 8 in game 1, round 1 of your NRL season. The Raiders of all teams, sorry, that's the one team I really dislike losing to.
Yep.
Mouths are going to start talking. People are going to start removing their Warriors jerseys. Things are going to start happening, and people are going to look for excuses and reasons as to why we lost so badly.
Yeah, the Wolves are starting to make some noise already. And whether it's warranted or whether it's not, I think the tone and some of the words being said,
Go on.
some of the clips that we're being sent, just nitpicking. After round 1, we are nitpicking. Now, I always like to take on a bit of criticism, a bit of feedback by asking a rhetorical question. Would we hear those things being said or those questions being asked in that tone if we had won?
That's a very good
Not at all.
question.
You know what I mean? So hear me out on that.
Winning hides everything. Covers everything.
And that's what I'm saying. There you go. There you go. Where results shouldn't cover. Outcomes shouldn't cover everything. That's not the way to success. That's not the way in high performance environments.
So what you're saying is we could have played that exact same game, but if we win 8-6, who cares?
Yeah, I don't know if we're hearing the same stuff.
What are some of the things we're hearing? I've heard that there was a drinking culture amongst the coaches when they were in Las Vegas.
I've heard that too. I've heard that all of a sudden our forward pack isn't offering anything.
Oh, we got 2 pretty good ones up there.
Before the ball was kicked, I thought we had 2 alphas in there.
Oh, we still do. We got some alphas in there.
Roger?
Yeah.
I'm hearing questions around Luke Met, the half. All of a sudden now, he's not a halfback.
What is he?
When 80 minutes prior, he was...
We got a good one here.
Oh, we got a good one, guys. Sees the game well. So I'm just starting to hear things, and I'll spin my take on it. All right, these are my views, these are my opinions, and the one in particular, like the drinking culture, all that, to me, I don't even want to pay any attention to that, because it's just filling the air with garbage, really. But I do want to offer my take and my insights on the Luke Met, the halfback situation in general, the 7, the halves, whatever the noise is at the moment. We've all heard different variations of it, okay? So my take is this. This was never a sprint. Okay, this was never going to be an overnight thing where we were going to be winning the comp after round 1. Lukey Met was going to be the Dally M winner. He's going to be the halfback of the year after round 1. Okay, so why would we just go completely the other way when it doesn't play out the way we hoped it would? We were never going to dive in. We were never going to go to that end of the spectrum about it. So why go to the complete other end of the spectrum just because we lost? And he had a... Would we say he had a bad game?
Can I tell you why we do it?
Go.
Oh, sorry, just on the... it's not because it's one game. I think it's years and years. So it's that PTSD.
No, because you can't sit there, if it's years of PTSD, you can't sit there and build them up then.
Well, that's optimistic. Everyone's optimistic at the start.
No, but you can't sit there and say, this is our year. We've got new halves. We've got refreshments. We've got James Fisher-Harris. Just to resort back to what's happened in the past.
I agree with you. I'm on board with you. I agree with you. But I think that's where it stems from.
Yeah, so that's my take on that. Like, I generally, I'm like, we have got someone stepping into a new role for the very first time with Luke Metcalf. Okay, now, for those of you listening who might have an opinion on this, imagine you stepping into a new role in your work, okay, and your first day isn't ideal. You don't have the best of first days. But straight away, people start asking for the guy that left to come back in.
Who they wanted to get out of there.
Who they actually wanted to get rid of anyway. But that's not the point of this. You've just stepped into a role for the first time, and your first day doesn't go as well as you'd hoped. And people just start ripping shreds off you and asking for the person that left to come back.
Yeah.
It's a great point you're making, Shaun, but can I ask? You watched him play. What and you're interested in helping the Warriors moving forward, you know, with their halves and stuff like that. You're there to help them. What will you be saying to Luke? Like, what was it that he could have done better? Was it even anything there that he was doing wrong, or was it he didn't get the ball he needed? Like, what's your thoughts?
Look, I don't actually want to comment on the technical aspect of it,
Right.
purely because my understanding of a half and being able to do your job at the highest level, you can never do that if your teammates aren't doing their jobs.
Right.
Okay, like a halfback relies on the other people, I feel like, more than anyone else needs to rely on them. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Like,
Yeah, you're the intersection.
when I was at my best, I was playing off the back of a gritty forward pack that was getting me go forward, buying me time with the footy in hand. I was playing with a back row. I was playing with a forward pack that was making our edge on the our defense on the edge a lot easier through how fast they were moving. They were winning the ruck. We were able to get back, get set, get our eyes up, and get off the line. Now, for Luke to be at his best, yeah, he's going to need that. It's a different conversation if all those other pieces were in play and Luke Met kicked the ball poorly and wasn't doing his job off the back of it. But I don't think that was the case.
So what was the case, do you think, from this Warriors performance first up? Because it didn't feel like, it felt like in the first, and this is just a very couch potato, me sitting in the stands watching it, it felt like the first 10, 15 was an arm wrestle between the 40 and the two teams going back and forth, and then the floodgates kind of just opened. As soon as that first try was scored, we were in proper trouble. But it felt like, to me, again, very, very green knowledge of the game, it felt like to me if we had scored, the floodgates could have opened the other way.
Yeah, it was small margins. I generally do think it was small margins where we looked like we were going to score at one point, they pick off an intercept and go the length. These big shifts in momentum that in round one, and I've said this time before, when you don't fully have your legs under you, you're a little bit more fatigued than you usually would be. Those sorts of momentum swings feel a whole heap bigger than what they actually are. So to us in the stands, us at home going, it's all right, we're right in it, man, we had a chance of scoring. But to the boys on the field, that's a big blow. Yeah. And reason I say at the top it was not a sprint, we've had so much experience leave the group over the off-season. Okay, yeah, we've brought in some quality players, but not as much as what we've lost in terms of games played, being in that environment, and learning how to deal with pressure. Okay, so what the boys went through over 80 minutes in the weekend is like vital for them to move forward and take the lessons out of it and grow from it. Because I know if I'm out there, if Tohu's out there, we've been in that, we feel that, and we can help along with guys that have been out there for a long time. But you got younger guys coming in. You got Taintoa Piki on the wing for the first game. You go, look at our centre pairing. We've got guys that are experiencing all this stuff for the first times in their career. And it's not like, to me, that's where the nuts and bolts are. How do you absorb pressure? How do you apply it on the opposition? And I think that's the bit, even for Lukey Met. He's faster than me. He's more agile than me. All right? But the one thing he didn't have or doesn't have over me is actually being in the environment, in the driver's chair, being the main guy for as many games as I got to do it. That's the reason I still had contracts in front of me at the back end of my career. People pay for experience. People want it. Teams value it. So Lukey Met and Tamaiti Martin and Chanel Harris-Savita, these boys, they are going to be better for time in the saddle. But this is my message. It doesn't happen overnight.
And superset that too, Shaun. You've travelled internationally. This is a game that's played in Las Vegas. And we were there. We saw the bright lights. We saw the energy. We saw the excitement. You've been through, in your career, you've been in places that you could mimic or grab that energy from. There's some boys playing in that game who this was just next level.
Yeah.
They played in front of, for the New South Wales Cup team, they may have played in front of maybe 10,000 people had turned up early for a Warriors game, but this was Allegiant Stadium. This was Las Vegas. This was against, the hype was there. It was a different atmosphere altogether. So
yeah, this was a true spectacle. And I remember throughout my career, in the big games I'd play, bar the first one, which was the 2011 Grand Final, after that, I could refer everything back to playing in that stadium. It was like a little mark on the wall that I said, I've been here, I've been in this environment before. I know what to expect. I know how to feel. Now, that was a first time for a few of our boys. I think if we were to draw the line there on that conversation, we've also got to tip our hat to what Canberra did and the style they played for 80 minutes, because they applied pressure, man. And Jamal Fogarty's kicking game had us coming out of some difficult spots time and time again.
He was kicking to the heavens.
He was kicking to the heavens, bro. I swear to God, at one point I thought one of those bombs was going to hit the roof.
Yep.
He was just thumping them. And all of this goes into this little pot, and they keep stirring it. And it's just this pressure cooker. And then you get something like an intercept or, a penalty late in the tackle count. And it just everything feels magnified. So my spin on this is an honest one, but a very supportive one. And my tone has not changed one bit from the hype and from the vibe that I had going into the season about our boys and how well they can do. That hasn't changed about our forward pack. It hasn't changed about our halves. And that's purely because I knew it wasn't going to be perfect every week. Would we have loved them to put on a performance of doom?
Absolutely.
Would we have loved them to win? 100%. But you know what else would have happened off the back of that? We'd be having to probably have this conversation telling everyone to pull it back a little bit. It's round one.
True.
You know? So it's a double-edged sword. So my message is, man, my energy, my vibe with the boys is still very much it, and I'm so excited to see them build. They're going to have to make a few adjustments fast. They're going to have to learn fast, and I know they're going to. But, like, for the Lukey Mets and the like, man, we backed them till the wheels fall off. Like, let's not start jumping off after 80 minutes. Mm-hmm. This is someone that's going to take our club to some places, man, I'll tell you.
I'm optimistic.
I'm optimistic.
I'm optimistic after hearing that.
Play On, in partnership with BNZ.
Play on. What a time we had in Las Vegas. And we weren't just gallivanting around, gentlemen. I think
Oh, no, we went to work.
we went to work. And we worked on some fun stuff that we could present in what we like to call a travel vlog. Once again, I have to say thank you so much to Grab a Seat in New Zealand.
Yes.
Look, I took the head cover with me.
That is the most Marc thing to take.
Marc, eh?
Yeah, I'm going to try and put it
I kind of wish I did now.
somewhere up there. Yeah. But no, it was such a cool trip.
Yeah.
On that trip, though, we have created a travel vlog. And on that vlog, gentlemen, we go through our adventure to get over there, which was a lot of fun, right? Jumping on the
was a
Viva
good
Las
flight.
Vegas flight.
I got a little drunk on that flight.
You did?
I was a
did.
little tiddly myself.
Yeah.
The vibes were high, man. Warriors. Damn. Fans showed out.
We did have a
Good bunch.
plan. We did have a plan to actually put it into this podcast, but we realised it's actually more of a visual. So we want you guys to have the chance to
Throw the feet up.
Yep, throw the feet up, chuck it on your
Cinematic
TV,
experience.
and enjoy what we did. Included in that, obviously, the Grab a Seat flight. Thanks again to Grab a Seat. The Golden Knights, the Las Vegas Golden Knights.
Okay.
I'm a bit nervous about the world team there.
Nah, look.
It was a true humbling experience.
You want a proper giggle? You want something that'll instantly put a smile on your face? Yeah, you can skip the Grab a Seat, but we don't care. Go straight to that and watch Bambi over here get on ice.
I saw some behind the scenes just a little bit earlier, and it was... This trip
Bro,
has been a very humbling trip for me.
You know what? I am going to post just some raw stuff from Brook and I on the ice. That will just, if you have not seen the vlog, you got to go see it, all right?
It's great fun. We also obviously visited and got amongst Cirque du Soleil.
That was a once-in-a-lifetime. Put
Be
yourself,
water, my friend.
be like water, Jet Li.
Jet Li's trainer trained us. Are you joking?
That will go down as a pinch me moment.
It was, eh?
Yeah, like, we done some cool things.
So we pulled up to this place. We weren't quite sure about the energy around it. He got two of the boys out of the car performance to, I guess, demonstrate what we were trying to get out of it. And when they brought that energy off the bat, and
They
just went,
came correct, too.
It looked like a fight scene out of like a legit Jet Li movie, eh?
And then me and Sean were there just trying to read. Anyway, in the vlog,
You'll see it.
You'll
You'll see that, along with our tour of the Raiders Stadium, us being there recording, and the
Shout out to
actual
Gav.
NRL themselves, that when we were there, where everyone was. And then it ends with a search for a set of keys that may have been.
that made the
yes. Hendo pulled up just to finish the
That's
vlog
a
in
clutch.
style, baby.
you put your foot down on that clutch there.
It's around 20 minutes long, guys, so enjoy our fun times that we had. Thanks again to Grab a Seat over in Las Vegas. And gentlemen, just to finish off, I do want to know, tell us about what it's like watching the LA Lakers and what it's like, that
here we
whole
go.
experience.
Here we go, my boy.
It is a whole experience, eh? So, like, Mark, just going off the back of that, we just wrapped up a huge week in Vegas, big energy, no sleep, probably lost a few brain cells along the way, and we're supposed to fly to LA to watch Luka and LeBron play the Clippers. So it's that crosstown rivalry. But just before, I think was it the night before or the morning of? We get the worst possible news that you could possibly think of.
Yeah,
The one reason that we're going.
Out of jealousy, I may have
Yeah.
hoped for this to be true.
Let me cover this bit off
Yeah.
real quickly, Brooke. Matua over here was playing sabotage.
Like,
He was playing a game which I didn't need to feel
snarky.
at that point of my life. Vegas had just absolutely rinsed me. I was feeling like I needed a cuddle. I need to get home to my girls. And the highlight of it was going to LA to watch the King. Ding! On the phone. LeBron James, questionable. I went, okay, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Luka Doncic, questionable. I said, okay,
It was game time decision.
now they're having a proper giggle. Okay, I go to Matua, the sports lord, as you will, for some insights. Mate, they won't play him. No, they won't. Like, he's coming
He's
off a
40.
back-to-back. They played them 2 nights ago. They already beat him. It's a dead rubber game.
They're way above 500 right now.
They're going to rest him. I said, far out. Okay, so the cogs start turning. I said, well, I'm only going there to watch them. If they're not playing, I'm going home. Simple as that.
It's a different type of. Like, have you ever tried to plan a trip, like a whole entire trip around one person, and that person's not going to play or show up?
Yeah.
That's a special kind of a pain right there.
Long story short, though, Brooke, we get on the plane, we get over there, we commit.
We do commit. We land in LA, and we're checking our phones like we're checking a text from our ex or like a girlfriend, like maniacs, just constantly refreshing. And then this is where it got a little bit interesting. Boom. We get a text from Air New Zealand. Shaun, you run us through this because this was a dicey moment for us.
This was just another hurdle we had to jump, my friend. In the vulnerable moments following my discussion with Matua, I do send out
crisis mode.
I do send out a few feelers, seeing if it was even possible to change our flight. Didn't hear back.
Nah.
Funny enough.
That's all right.
So what we do, we get on the plane, we go to LA. We're lying in the room. Ding, ding. Oh, Lord, in New Zealand, it's possible to change your flight, but I need to know ASAP.
Oh, no.
So I'm lying there looking at my phone saying LeBron and Luka are questionable. If I do change the flight, we're pretty much checking out of the hotel that we just checked into.
Straight to the
Straight
airport.
back to the airport without unpacking our bags or nothing.
Marc, we're in crisis mode here, and this is where Vegas really set in for me. You know, a little bit of a gambler's mindset.
Yeah.
Is that play it safe, fly home, avoid the heartbreak of a LeBron-less game, or stay and risk it all and just kind of look at the basketball gods and
Double
go,
or nothing. Double or nothing.
Brooke made the call. Again, long story short, don't
Red or
want to
black?
bore our listeners.
yeah, sorry.
Brooke says, you can go,
I put another tester out there.
but I'm
Marc.
going to stay. And I was like, oh, come on, my boy. I would never leave you.
And,
Like, guys, would I ever leave Brooke, right?
Ironic.
I know.
So, we stayed. Brooke, take it away from here, bro.
So we stayed at Shaun booked the place. It couldn't have been any better. We're 50 minutes away from crypto. Outside of crypto, when we finally get there, it's a beautiful Sunday night. Like, there's just an energy, eh?
There was, bro.
There's an energy.
Statues?
Statues everywhere. We see the brand new Kobe Bryant and Gigi Bryant statue, which was like an
Damn.
eerie experience.
Damn.
Hundreds of people lining up to have photos. But we kind of made this pact that we weren't going to check if LeBron was playing until we got in.
Oh, boys.
We're re-rolling the dice now. Is it going to land on
love
7
that.
or 11? So we finally get in. You know, we do the whole thing outside. We finally get in. And
I got up my phone, eh?
Shaun gets on his phone. We check Luka first. Scroll through, refresh. Boom. Yes, Luka's in. All right, so we got one of them, you know? But Luka isn't the guy we came to see. Luka's just the bonus. All right, here's the moment of truth. We get to LeBron, and Shaun held it for
I was too scared.
what felt like a minute, but it was probably like 5 seconds.
So you were waiting for an injury update on an app. You're holding it to refresh, getting it ready. You're scared to take your thumb off the refresh button just in case.
Yep.
Boom, boom, boom. The dots come up. You know, there's like the 3 dots. He's playing.
Yeah.
Shaun and I... But I can't really explain the energy
I'm so
shift.
glad no one filmed that.
But
this
we went
moment.
from worrying dad to lottery winners.
We were jumping up and down like we did when we found out we were going to Vegas that time.
It
It was a party. It was an absolute party between 2 grown-ass men.
Well, and then the game itself, like, we got there so early because you kind of have to. The shoot around, the Luka thing there. Let me just wrap it up. But Luka walks out. That's once again, like, the crowd just goes silent, and then they start yelling for Luka. Then LeBron comes out. You watch them warm up. You take in the history of it. You got all the numbers retired up the top there. Like, it was a once in a lifetime, I feel, kind of opportunity that I'm so glad that we did it.
I just want to say, like, on top
It
of
was
that,
a different level.
It was a once in a lifetime. We were just in awe of just staring at LeBron. And it was all the little bits outside of what you see on the telly that fascinated me more so. Seeing how he approaches the bench, seeing what he's doing while he's not on the court, seeing him just sort of get it east with his mindfulness before tip-off, seeing how he stands when he sings the anthem. It's all the little stuff you see outside of what he does on the court. But if I'm being honest, and I haven't even told Brooke this, but I'm so glad I did it because it was genuinely a bucket list moment for my guy. It was a childhood
It was, man.
dream. And I felt that the whole time we walked around crypto. He was taken in every aspect of what that stadium had to offer. The statues, in particular the Kobe, which is Brooke's idol, which is Brooke's guy. Like, to be able to just be in the background and just like see that, it was a real cool moment to be able to share with him. And not that the trip needed to finish in any other type of way, because it was already just such an amazing trip. I just feel like for us to be able to do that,
Yeah, it was dope, bro.
it was a real nice end to our trip. And actually got us really excited. Man, we were working out on that last day
Bro,
before
we
our
were,
flight.
bro. Tops off and
We
everything,
were feeling
bro.
ourselves, bro. We were inspired by what we'd just watched and what we'd just been able to do and the things we've been able to, like, I guess, gain by being in that sort of environment. So,
Do you think we could? Do you think you could do something similar to what is it, YOUKNOWMEDIA Stadium now? So that's an experience like that where there's statues.
Bro, that's what I was thinking. And I was like, what makes this so different? Like, why am I so in awe of being this? And I put it down to two things. It's history. So Lakers have this huge history, but they have names. Like you
and the
need-
Warriors don't have that. No.
But you need those big names to draw the eyes, because we were willing to leave the history side of it to go home because it'd been that long. But it was LeBron playing, Luka playing. It's names that will get you across the line.
Yeah, 100%, bro. 100%. And it's funny because I actually went to the Lakers a couple of months ago and I thought I experienced the basketball. Turns out I actually went through the back door the first time I went. Didn't even know the statues were around the other side. So I got to experience it for the first time all over again. Thanks to my guy. But it was a real trip.
In closing, I know we dragged this out a little bit, but I would just like to say, if you get the chance to watch greatness, life's so short, go and watch it when you can.
Don't waste it,
That was
man.
my one take from it. If you ever get the chance, they come to your city, whether it's an artist, an athlete coming that you've always wanted to watch, go and watch greatness when you can, because it's very few and far between.
Beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
All right, well, don't miss our show Tuesday nights now. We're going to be doing the rap shows. And once again, for all those experiences we've just had, a big shout out to the team at Grab a Seat. You've got the great ideas. Grab a Seat's got the flights. Grab daily deals and score super steals at grabaseat.co.nz. It's go time.
Up Moana!
Gentlemen,
Let's go the 04.
week 2 done.
Hey, so Mato, just quickly for audience, sorry. We're going to do a show Tuesdays
Yep.
and Thursdays.
And Thursdays.
Okay,
Drop
review,
one.
preview. That's what Play On's doing in season
That's
2.
what
Come
we're
on,
doing.
baby, let's get it.
Simple as it gets. Let's go.
Play on.
Lamborghini. Look at the speed! Shaun Johnson! Aguero! It's over! Pass is intercepted at the goal line.
In your life have you seen anything like that?
Elliott hits it over the grandstand, and New Zealand are in the World Cup final!
Play on, play on, play on, play on.